So welcome. Our next organism is Nisseria gonorrhoeae. So you all heard about this Nisseria gonorrhoeae, which is a venerable disease. It is a venerable organism and cause venerable diseases. Venereal diseases. What are the venereal diseases? These are the sexually transmitted diseases, STDs. Okay. So gonorrhoeae. What the term means is the flow of seeds, and the seeds here is defined as sperms, which can invade and cause infection in the body. Okay, so this is the general, and this is the introductory part. Then if we go to the morphology, you can see that the Neisseria gonorrhoeae is a gram negative organism and diplococcus. It is also diplococcus, but it is arranged in kidney shapes. Kidney shape it is basically. Okay, and it has pili, so it can move. The culture, it is difficult to culture Neisseria gonorrhoeae, but in the if you want to grow it in the anaerobic condition, aerobic condition, then it can grow, but it need 5 to 10% of the CO2, and also it can grow in the chocolate agar. Okay, different media also there for the growing, like MLA media is there. The MLA media is Martin Lewis agar, and also you can grow it in the Muller-Hilton agar. Okay, special media special media is also there, which is called Thayer Martin agar. You can grow this Neisseria gonorrhoeae in Thayer Martin agar or medium. Okay, it contains VCN, which is vancomycin, colistin, and Nisterin. Okay, and this organism is glucose fermenter and cat positive, which is catalase positive. Okay, so in the next you can see the antigenic structures. So what are the main antigenic structures in Neisseria gonorrhoeae? So main antigenic structure is the pili, which contain membrane protein. Okay, and you can divide these into the following groups, like second second and third group. So what are these group? These are basically the group in which these are classified. The first contain 1A and 1B. It contain 24 serotypes and it contain 32 serotypes. In the second, it, it identifies by its opacity. What is opacity? In the group 2 organism, it basically form opaque colonies because there is an absence of transport colonies. Okay, because protein is absent, that's why it does not make transport colonies. If the protein is present, like membrane protein in the pili, these in the second group organism will form opaque colonies, and if the protein is absent, then they will form transport colonies. The third one only called transport. ओके, और आप इसकी वैक्सीन कभी बनी नहीं है, ठीक है। निजेरिया गोनोरिया की क्यों नहीं वैक्सीन बनती? क्योंकि इसका जो पिलाई है वो अपना एंटीजेनिक वेरिएशन, हर बार जो पिलाई है अपना इतना ज़्यादा वेरिएंट रहता है इसका कि हर दूसरे तीसरे साल में बदल जाता है, इसलिए कभी इसके प्रति एंटीबॉडी डेवलप नहीं हो पाती। मतलब जब भी आप वैक्सीन बनाओगे एंटीबॉडी डेवलप दूसरी हो जाएगी, तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा रेजिस्टेंट है, इसलिए इसकी कभी वैक्सीन नहीं बन पाई। देन इन द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट वी डिस्कस अबाउट द टॉक्सिन. So there are various toxins. The first toxin is the endotoxin, which are same as Neisseria meningitis. Endotoxin IgA protease with liposaccharide. Lipo-oligosaccharide. And you see in the previous video of mine that Neisseria meningitis has lipopolysaccharide, but here in the Neisseria gonorrhoeae it contains lipo-oligosaccharide. Okay, the incubation period is 2 to 8 days basically. And in the pathogenesis, you know that it causes various diseases, like these variates in men and women. In the men's, first it causes urethritis, then it leads to prostatitis, which is the inflammation of prostate and inflammation of urethra. Then third is the seminal vesicle epididymis. Okay, epididymitis. And in the women's you can see that it causes urethritis because of short urethra. It is very prone in women's. Then second is cervicitis, inflammation of the cervix. Okay, and it will not cause inflammation to vagina. Why? Because this organism will not able to live in the vagina because of this acidic environment of vagina, so it cause inflammation directly to the cervix. And it also cause inflammation in the fallopian tube, and from the fallopian tube it leads to the peritonitis. Then it leads to prehepatic inflammation, like pelvic inflammatory diseases or prehepatic inflammation. And peritonitis plus prehepatic inflammation, if these both are occur, it will leads to the Fitz-Hugh syndrome. Okay, Fitz-Curtis syndrome. Fitz-Curtis syndrome. And in also it can cause proctitis, which is the inflammation of rectum. Then conjunctivitis, and ophthalmia neonatum, which is the inflammation. It is a type of conjunctivitis in neonates. जब प्रेगनेंसी होती है वो वुमेन्स में, तो जो प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन्स होती है उनके जो फीटस या नियोनेट्स होगा, उनको ये ऑप्थेलमिया नियोनेट्रम होगा, बेसिकली इन्फ्लामेशन हो जाता है बच्चों के ऑप्थेलमिया में. देन ट्रीटमेंट इंक्लूड सेफ्ट्रायोक्सोन, or you can give azithromycin, azithro azithromycin. And if it is if it is resistant, oh, and if it is resistant, then you can give both to this patient. Okay, so that much about this Nisseria gonorrhea. Thank you.